So here in the question, this is the question where it is given 5 moles of ideal gas. Okay, 5 moles of ideal gas expanded reversibly isothermally from 10 atm. In normal question, you will find pressure and you will find volume. But by using as it is mentioned ideal gas, we can use all gases laws, but we will use here P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. Okay. So according to that, we can substitute in place of V1 by V2 as a P1, V1 by V2. V1 by V2, what we will do? P2 by P1. Okay. So already both pressures are given. If you substitute, you will get answer as 9.2 kilocalorie. Okay. Why N is equal to 5? Understood? R, why I have taken calories? Because units are calories, and for that R will be 2, temperature is 400 Kelvin, and P2 by P1 both pressures are given. Okay. So when you calculate, already see here it is hint absorbed. So with the wording itself, absorbed means it cannot be negative. So you can neglect these two options. So you can either this one or this one. Absorbed means endothermic. Endothermic will be, heat will be positive in sign. Okay. So first question answer is what? Option A. Okay. Okay, this is another good question. By comparing the bond enthalpies, we have to find out enthalpy of formation. Okay, enthalpy of formation, but given values are in terms of the bond energy. Okay, two things you have to remember in enthalpy of formation. Always there should be only one mole and only one product. Okay, so one product, there should not be any other product on this side, only one product and reactant. See, only one nitrogen is there, but in elementary state it is going to be N2. Okay, and hydrogen it is going to be H2. You can keep this as a fractions, but no problem. But this should be how many moles? Only one mole. So here only one nitrogen is there. Obviously, what I will do? 1 by 2. Here 3 hydrogens are required for that 3 by 2. Understood? Now let us substitute in terms of the bond enthalpies. This is the place where you will find out reactant minus product. Okay. Otherwise, normally what you will find? Product minus reactant. But here only we will use reactant minus product because options are ambiguity and you will go for the wrong options. So to avoid that, I am telling you carefulness. First mention one and only one product. You can keep these fractions. Understood? And what else you have to take? Reactant minus product. Okay. So here N triple bond N. Okay. Half of N triple bond N and 3 by 2 H single bond H, 1 into N triple bond, 3 into N single bond H. Why this 3? This is 1 mole, but why I am writing 3? This is 1 mole, but in that 1 mole you are finding how many? 3 nitrogen hydrogen bonds. Therefore, this 3 and NH bonds are very must. Is it understood? So, reactant minus product. So, half into N triple bond N will be X1 plus 3 by 2 H single bond H X2. Okay, minus 3 into N dash H X3. Okay, so this is the enthalpy of formation. For formation, you have to form the equation according to the set of the rules, and according to the rules, you have to write the bonds collected and bonds broken and bonds formed. Product will be bonds formed and reactant bonds will be broken. So for breaking, this much energy is required. While forming, this much energy is released. If formation energy is more than the breaking rules, then it will be exothermic. Okay. If breaking requires more energy and formation releases less energy, it is endothermic. Whether a reaction is exothermic or endothermic can be found by relative comparison of energy required or released. Okay. So is this understood? Okay, there is a third question, very simple question. But options are given such a way that you will confuse and give the wrong answer. Okay, according to this, SiO2 plus 4HF gives SiF4 plus 2H2O. Okay, options are all elements are given. Okay, what are those options? I will tell you. Silicon, okay, and B oxygen, and C it is fluorine, and D is none. Okay, so normally we will go for the D option at to very critical condition until unless it is confirmed. Okay, so silicon it is +4, oxygen is -2 because silicon dioxide. Nowhere peroxide term is used, nowhere superoxide term is used. Okay, if I call it as a superoxide, then I will take oxygen oxidation number as -1/2. If I call it as a peroxide, then I will take oxygen oxidation number as -1. But it is not like that. Okay, so here it is fluorine can exist only in two oxidation states. What are those two oxidation states exhibited by fluorine? Very good. -1 and second one. -1 everybody can answer. Second one is only the main problem. They don't remember. After explanation, they will say, oh, that is everybody know. Okay, very good. That is 0. Okay. So fluorine can exhibit only -1 and 0, but other halogen can exhibit wide variety of oxidation number from -1 to +7. Okay. If question is that why fluorine cannot exhibit positive oxidation state, answer reasoning will be different. Why fluorine cannot form more than one bond? Reasoning will be different. Okay. Fluorine cannot form more than one bond because of the d orbital absent. Okay. More than one. Question comes, why fluorine cannot form more than one bond? Okay. That time what you write? Absence of d orbital. What you write? Absence of d orbital. Okay. But the same question is about what? Only -1, but why not plus? Okay. Why this reason? What should be the reason? Because most electronegative. There is no element as of now. Even no element is going to be discovered also, because for electronegativity rules from left to right, electronegativity increases, top to bottom electronegativity decreases. So the determined elements are going to be placed at the bottom. So this place is preoccupied by fluorine. Understood? So that's why in near future also fluorine electronegativity cannot be okay overcome. So most electronegative element. Understood? That's why it shows only -1 oxidation state, not plus. And D, due to absence of d orbital, it can show only one bond. Okay, so here +1, and same thing you will find here also, -1 and +4, and +1 and -2. So answer is what? D. Okay, none of the element. It is not a redox reaction. It is not a redox reaction. Okay, it is just a double displacement reaction. Okay, what reaction? Double displacement. Displacement reactions are redox reaction, but double displacements are not redox reaction. Okay, here oxygen is replaced by fluorine, fluorine is replaced by oxygen. That's why it is a double displacement. Okay, this is the question based to identify the acidic nature or basic nature. Okay, like these questions can be segregated based upon the two strategies. One strategy will be on the oxidation number, another strategy will be on the electronegativity. Okay. So let's see who will work and where. See, these three elements belongs to period. All these three belongs to what? Period. Actually, boron, then carbon, nitrogen. Okay. So this should be the from left to right. Acidic strength increases due to increase in electronegativity. This should be the correct answer. But problem is with what? Boron is supposed to be here. Okay, but it went that side. Like this, you have to identify. Understood? The correct order will be B2O3 less than CO2 less than N2O5. That's why initially you will find metals. Metals are basic oxide, then amphoteric, then you will get non-metal oxides, which are acidic in nature. Okay. And here it is very beautifully arranged: 13th group, 14th group, and 15th group. That's why answer is this one. Is it understood? So like this here, see, nitrogen comes before. It is a down the group, metallic nature increases, so basic nature increases. Okay, nitrogen, phosphorus. So down the group, basic nature increases due to metallic nature. That's why this is the problem. And here also chlorine, then sulfur. So these are in the period. This is the way you have to approach in the group. So what is the correct answer? For this question, correct answer is fourth B option. Okay. Okay. Next question is studying the graphs of the states of matter. Okay. There is a special lecture to how to solve the graph questions of the states of matter. Okay. You go to the where WhichChem YouTube channel and you can find out there about how to study the graph questions, because chemical kinetics is the one chapter and states of matter is the another chapter. These are the two chapters which mostly they will come from the graph. And after that, there is one more chapter, graph based questions, thermodynamics. Okay. So that's why special lecture is made only on how to deal the graph. Okay. So you can search in the advanced topic playlist. Understood? So here, this is the way. Actually, PV. See, P is equal to nRT by V. Understood? So these are inversely proportional. What proportional? Inversely proportional. Okay. PV is equal to nRT. So inversely proportional graph will be like this. So this line depends on what? Okay. So this line depends on what? That you have to identify. Understood? So P here, this is this the distance from the nucleus is deciding factor is N, because during pressure and volume, what will be changing? Temperature will be fixed, R will be fixed, and number of moles also. Only thing, mass will be fixed. Molecular mass is the deciding factor. Okay. So according to this molecular mass, the options which are which comes to B. This is a more than one correct question. B, C, and D. Okay. Sorry, in the B option I have written it wrong. B option given was hydrogen and helium. Okay. B option it was given as hydrogen and helium. Understood? And other than that, there will be some factors. There will be some factors which decides about the polarity also. Okay, polarity also, like sulfur trioxide and CO2. Okay, hydrogen, helium, nitrogen, argon. So what are the correct options? B, C, D. Okay, what are the correct options? B, C, and D are the correct options according to this strategy. Okay, these are the some questions from the thermodynamics regarding the enthalpy of formation, free energy of formation, entropy. Okay, so very careful. Second law of thermodynamics is the dangerous chapter, dangerous topic. Okay, so normally people will feel that at the standard state, all enthalpies, free energies, and entropy are zero, but it is not. Okay, so try to study everything as per the rules. If it is following or not, you have to identify. Okay, see here. In the A option, it is elementary form. Nobody is attached with this. Okay. If H2 is attached with some oxygen or chlorine, then it may not be zero. But as it is elementary form, and free energy of formation will be zero. Okay. Same way D2 also elementary form. Therefore, it is zero. But here it is compound state, and problem here it is gas. H2O is not a gas at 298 Kelvin. Okay. Just because of this, and it is in compound form. That's why this is not correct. And especially very, very important, hydrogen, entropy of H plus in aqueous state is taken care of. Special treatment is given to it and it is zero. Okay. Like diamond and graphite, where which is delta HF is zero. Normally people think that it is diamond because of the more stable, but abundancy taken into the consideration. Okay, so which enthalpy of formation is zero? Which like monoclinic rhombic, white phosphorus and yellow phosphorus. All these are mentioned in the video lecture of thermodynamics in thermochemistry. Thermochemistry, enthalpy of formation. On the thumbnail you will find it. Okay. Okay, here correct radius. Radius varies according to the electronic configuration. Okay, according to what? Electronic configuration, and according to the charge density, according to the period, and according to group. So, like here, it can be due to charge also, it can be due to period also, it can be due to group also. Okay. Okay, here I forgot to write aqueous. Okay, in aqueous, if it is mentioned, you have to take the hydrated ionic radii. If it is non-aqueous, you will take simple ionic radii. In aqueous, you will take hydrated ionic radii. After hydration, whatever the ion forms, that radius you have to consider. Okay, so you can start answering. Okay, to answer to these questions are A, C, D. What is the answer? A, C, D. Okay, what is the logic? Simple. Lithium, sodium. Down the group, atomic size increases. Okay. See here, whether it loses electron or not, that won't make any order opposite. It will be still same only. Okay. So that's why B option is correct. Here, this is the main problem. People are not remembering this. Aqueous, due to not equal. They are not equal but nearly same. Okay. So this is lithium and sodium. Due to hydration, this is more. Is it understood? Now lithium is here, then sodium and magnesium is here. Okay. So there will be, people will be thinking like this, beryllium and magnesium. Okay. So, but diagonal relationship is only to explain the similar properties. Okay. So to explain the properties, understood? But not here, it is in terms of the atomic or ionic radius, understood? So diagonal relationship is just nearly same, that too not the atomic radius, it is the polarizing power and polarizing ability, understood? For the positive ion, we have to compare the polarizing power. So because of the similar polarizing power, they both will be behaving same, understood? But it is not in terms of the atomic radius. Okay. So answer is what? A, C, D. Okay, next question is correct statement. Smallest anion in the periodic table. Okay, smallest anion in the periodic table is H minus. Then ionic mobility of Mg2 plus greater than Pe2 plus, electronegativity of Pb2 plus greater than Pb4 plus, and second ionization energy of aluminium greater than second ionization energy of magnesium. Okay, so you can send the answers, then I will explain. Okay, see here. Here the smallest anion in the periodic table. Okay, people will think that hydrogen is small, therefore hydrogen negative must be smallest, but it is not like that. Okay, because here one proton is attracting two electrons, so that effective attraction will not be there. Understood? The effective attraction will not be there, and frankly speaking, F minus is larger than the H minus. Okay, so we cannot say, sorry, H minus is larger than the F minus, so we cannot say it is the smallest one. Okay, so why this answer is wrong and what is the justification? Is it understood? Because of the presence of less number of proton, only one proton, and it is controlling 2 electrons. So effective attraction force will be very, very less. So because of that, atomic size will increase, ionic size. So that's why this option is wrong. Okay. Ionic mobility. Actually, see, if this word is not there, magnesium will move slowly than beryllium. That is correct. But because of the high hydration, beryllium 2 plus size will be large. Magnesium 2 plus size will be less. Okay. So because of that, what happened? This moves slowly than this one. Okay. So this is correct. And here, higher the oxidation number, higher will be electronegativity according to Pajan's rule. What rule? Pajan's rule. When positive oxidation number increases, its polarizing power increases. Polarizing power is about attracting the electron towards it. So polarizing power increases, therefore electronegativity should increase, but here it is written decreases. Okay, that's why this is wrong. And second ionization energy, very beautiful question. Okay, here aluminium, it will be both will be 2, 8, 2. After losing the second electron, first electron only, we can talk about the second electron. Okay, so this will contain 3s2. But here, what is option 2, 8, 1? Okay, this will contain 3s1. Understood? Second electron will be removed from the half filled. Second electron will be removed from the half filled. Second electron will be removed from the half filled magnesium. Okay, 3s. Whereas here, second electron will be removed from the fully filled 3s. Therefore, it requires more energy. Another way also you can say, if it loses, it is going to get stability. If it loses, it is going to become unstable. So it won't lose. It will easily lose. Therefore, ionization energy is less. Is it understood? Any doubt about this? Okay, next question is from thermodynamics. Here, these are the 4 values. Sorry, 3 plus 2. 5 values are given. You have to find out enthalpy bond energy of CH4. Okay. For that, very simple. You have to write the formation equation. Enthalpy of formation. Enthalpy of formation will be from carbon and hydrogen. See, carbon will be normally in the solid state. Okay. So that solid state is to be converted into atomization. Okay. And for graphite also we got, hydrogen also combustion we got. For this, what you will find out? Enthalpy of combustion of this one, enthalpy of combustion of this one, and enthalpy of combustion of this one. By using all these 3 and substituting these values accordingly, okay, you can find out the CH4 enthalpy of formation. In CH4 enthalpy of formation, there will be 4 single bonds. Okay, so the answer we will get, it is because of how many bonds? 4 bonds. So when 4 bonds energy you got and you want energy of 1 bond. Question is about bond energy of 1 bond. So divide it by the 4, then you will get the 1 option. Okay, first only single bond energy, you will get the answer. Okay. Okay, after simplifying in the procedure, we will get 420. Okay.